Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Letter. In the last episode, we broke into Zach's house.
Check.
We, what else did we do? We argued with Rebecca.
Check.
And we
Stole
drank.
Isabella.
Yeah.
Check. All right.
Here we go. That's it. That's everything that happened. All right. Zach's the kind who prefers to laze around his apartment on a weekend, especially after having a busy week like the last one.
It's like every week with us.
You know, about weekends, you gotta relax. The big guy's nowhere in sight, though, when I arrive in his unit. Figures, people don't seem to be where they should be when I need them. Looking around, like,
wait,
is he just supposed to, like, hang out?
So, the way he is making this sound is everyone should be where he puts them, and they shouldn't go anywhere, ever.
Yes.
Okay, I get his logic now.
Yeah, I don't understand what's so hard about that. Looking around, I find no sign where he might have gone to. He usually leaves a note on his fridge if he's out for the day, just in case someone drops by. Okay, so this happens so frequently that...
I don't know how I feel about that I'd have to put a note on the door where I'm going because random people come into my house.
Actually, around here I could see that. And there isn't one. He probably just went out for a quick walk, I hope. Maybe he ran out of eggs or something and went out to buy some. He is out of eggs after all.
Is he in his refrigerator? Yep.
Oh, there we go. Yep. It puts my running mind to rest for a while. So it's a good thing that he's out of eggs.
So, does he buy any of his own stuff? Seems like he's mooched his food off Zach. Got dinner from somebody the other day.
Yeah. I'm not seeing a problem. He always has to have some, be it for an omelet or something he's baking.
Ash, should you be rummaging around? It's bad
Pretty much
enough
lives
we
here.
went in here without asking for his permission.
Chill, I'm just looking.
Actually, I could go for a fucking pie right now, but Zach's fridge is next to empty, save for a few leftovers.
Okay.
Why a pie? Why would you assume that Zach's fridge would have a pie?
Maybe he bakes pies.
I guess.
My opinion is it's the lowest of the desserts, though. Cookies, brownies, like I'd rummage through Zach's fridge every day if he told me he had those every day.
Yeah, all right.
Pie, I can go for a good apple. That's about it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say depends on the pie. I'm very picky about which pie.
Apple is occasional berry, but again, apple's it.
Right, Zach, come on, get with the program and make some brownies. I don't understand.
And it has to be like Thanksgiving.
All I can do is sigh as I close it
If you
behind
see me
me.
take anything, feel free to call the police.
Isabella's quick to shoot me a sharp glare, and another chuckle slips from me, despite the unease in my
I'm
stomach.
going to call the cops because you're stealing things.
But the cheer only lasts a mere few seconds, mostly because she hasn't been in the mood for any sort of friendly banter. In the silence that's telling, and a quiet Isabella. It's usually the first recipe for an incoming shitstorm.
You always do this whenever you visit another person's house. Because I have a lot of questions about your methods.
Detective.
Yeah. Why
It's a
don't
detective.
Just
Yeah.
with Zach.
I don't believe that one.
No, it's probably everyone. I'm still worried for our friend, of course, and despite what's bothering Isabella, she's anxious too. She's been standing by the doorway for a few good minutes now, since we entered Zach's place, in fact. Doesn't seem to know what to do with herself. But much as I want to put her at ease, her nervous tics are starting to get to me. The manner in which she makes herself smaller, the way she fidgets with her hands, clasping them one moment and unfurling them the next. It's distracting enough that I want to ask what's wrong. I doubt she'll give me a straight answer, though. The best I can do is help her temper it.
You don't have to hang around the door. You might be here for a while.
Oops.
You can sit down.
You could sit down.
Or not. Just stand.
Yeah, whatever.
Lean against a nice wall.
She hesitates for a second, but eventually takes the empty seat by Zach's study table.
Aren't we going to look for him?
Sure, we
Was he
can,
supposed to be
but
home?
where are we going to start?
Yeah,
I can think of a few places he might be, but Luxburn's a big city. I don't want to miss the big guy if we leave, and...
I trail off, making vague gestures in the general direction of Zach's bed. The messy bed suggests that he was out in a hurry. He didn't even bother to fold the sheets.
His phone's there.
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, wait. That's
What?
weird.
To me, this is like I made a quick exit. Did he have another nightmare, maybe?
Oh, maybe.
Is this the same night where he ran out of the apartment after... No, because this is late. This
yeah.
is like way after everything we've seen.
Yeah, I think that when we were playing as Zach, I do think we came back to this, if I recall correctly. His cell phone's been left behind as well. Another odd thing when he has made it a habit to never leave it behind in case a client calls. That's the only thing I don't remember, is I don't remember us leaving without a cell
At least the
phone.
locked door points to the fact that it wasn't a forced exit.
Guess there's that. That seems to reassure her, but not so much. Understandable, anything might happen. In hindsight, I shouldn't have left Rebecca alone either. We'll have to check on her later.
At least she has a cell phone,
Right?
supposedly.
I would hope. In the meantime, Zach, but with no other clue where he is and no other way to contact him, we have no choice but to wait. Sure, I could give the room another thorough run-through, but I don't think Zach would appreciate me upending his place. Isabella won't let me do that either. Besides, I haven't eaten anything yet. Isabella probably hasn't too. We did leave in a hurry. Might as well take this chance to cool down a bit, right? Anything to distract myself so that I don't just charge head first because of whatever paranoid scheme that comes to mind. Isabella is with me. I can't be reckless.
Chips!
Chips.
With a cute Lammy on it.
Oh, it's their, the developer's logo. I like that. I want those. Do they make potato chips as well as games?
They should. Those look very, very tasty.
Yeah. Returning to the kitchen, the first thing I see is a bag of chips when I rifle through his cupboards. After muttering a permission and apology its owner won't hear, I grab it. Isabella doesn't miss shooting me another glare, but she doesn't really make an effort to stop me this time. She ignores my offer of food, though. So instead, I set myself on Zach's old couch and turn on the television. Isabella's silence may not be too heavy, but it sure as hell is awkward. The screen lights up right as some awful noontime drama starts airing on Channel 9.
Maybe it has a version of Who Fathered Luke's Kid.
Could be. That's how we'll find out. In the next episode. Nothing like sitting in front of the TV with a mindless drone running in the background to waste away the time. And waste it away we do. The afternoon has hit in its last few hours when movement comes from the other side of the door and Zach's heavy treads break the monotonous drivel from the TV. The lock clicks, the knob turns, and slowly it swings open to reveal...
Zach!
Z-Man. A very exhausted looking Zach. What, did he run a marathon?
Sup, Z-Man?
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Being a
Relax.
tool.
Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
That doesn't excuse it.
Light as my tone may be, his arrival eases the restless edge in me. Who knows what I would have done if something bad had happened to one of my friends. If another minute had gone by without him showing up, I might have resorted to unconventional methods.
Only after you broke the 13th one. I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment.
Yep.
Get better locks.
And stop calling me Z-Man.
It's not
I
gonna
didn't
happen.
break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to. And hey, is that my...
It's scary how the friendly banter and easy smile come naturally. I do it even without thinking, and that speaks volumes about how comfortable I am around him. That's nice, isn't it? What makes me afraid of it, however, is the idea that a time might come where I might just do these things without even meaning to and offend him in some way.
You just did it. You keep breaking into his damn house.
Yeah, the friendship we have might be closer than most I've shared with others, but there are boundaries you can't cross without the other's permission. Zach's been respectful of that so far, neither asking about my parents or what happened to them. Me? I'd bet he'd say not so much. It's also this easy banter that makes me wish we could just stay like this. No worries, no problems, just potato chips and the debate on whether or not I deserve them. But as usual, something always cut the moment like this short.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's
So I
free
remember this
food,
now.
you know?
Yeah.
What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
Although her tone forces him to do a double take, Zach doesn't push it. The question is all too clear in his eyes when he glances my way, though. I really wish I could answer him despite my best efforts. Isabella's been unforthcoming as well. What am I supposed to do? I can't just force her to speak, can I? She's not a criminal to be interrogated. She's a friend, for Pete's sake. It's a good thing Zach has a better handle on the situation than I, and soon enough, he changes the subject. Where it leads to isn't necessarily the better topic, however.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do. Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for. Ash, he's the one who...
She stumbles into one of her uncertain silences again before glancing my way. There's a plea in there for me to take the lead in this one, but where do we start? The mansion, the strange things we've been seeing, the letter? Even I'm afraid of what he might say. I can't believe I'm even considering taking a deeper look into this whole thing in the first place, but here I am.
No, you're right. There really are some odd things going on here lately.
How is everything with you lately, Zach?
Hold on, Ash. Both of you. Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things. So, did you meet Andrew about the photos?
What photographs?
Unlike when he brought up the subject of the potatoes with me, he doesn't hesitate when Isabella asks for it. Zach hastily fishes them out of a nearby drawer and hands it to her. I can almost see it in him the 1 second hindsight kicks in, the realization that she would have been a better listener than I. Makes sense when all I've been doing until this morning is call it a Halloween prank. She goes through each of the prints in silence, her shoulders growing stiffer by the second until she has gone rigid and pale. But it is the telling glances they exchange afterwards that speaks volumes of the things running inside their minds.
What did Andrew say about them?
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So, that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all? Did you ask him even?
As expected, Zach starts to look at me like I've grown a second head. Yeah, I would too if there was ever a universe where I was standing in front of myself. Because even as a child, I never believed in ghost stories. The lucky charms and mystical objects from my mother have often been stored away or given as paltry gifts to those who'd appreciate them more.
Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though. Talked about the curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. Kinda nasty if you ask me. But it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zach. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Wait. Stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same
He's
thing.
had a change of heart.
Yeah.
He might have seen some things. Dead chick, bleeding, etc.
Yeah, could be perfectly normal. See dead people around at parties. Granted, I haven't eliminated every single possibility here yet, but what else is there to go off of from here? The worried look Zach shoots my way doesn't help one bit in helping me gather my thoughts either when that's what I came here for. Somehow everyone's suddenly just so worried about me. It's not like I'm pulling this out of my ass.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
And alongside with Isabella's warnings, what's occurring around Zach? What's happening around Luxborn since Isabella found the letter?
Have you two seen the news this morning?
Zach's puzzled expression is enough answer. Of course he hasn't. Another night, another nightmare. The guy most likely went out as soon as he got out of bed to shake the images off. The memories have never really left him. Isabella, though.
I haven't, actually. Mama called, and I was busy.
That could easily mean anything. Did her Kuya older brother end up in jail again? Wait,
Oh,
what?
God.
She's had to bail him out numerous times in the past, though all that did was piss her off, not sap out every ounce of cheer in her. Or is this that the other brother, the younger one, keeps insisting that he'll quit school so she should come home? That was 2 years ago as far as I know. She already sorted that one out. It couldn't have been her father, right? With the mansion sale, she has earned enough to cover every bill for a while. It should. So what is it then?
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
Whatever's bugging her, I doubt it's something meant for casual discussion, else she would have mentioned it sooner. Tucking my curiosity for later, I take the remote and begin cycling through the channels. A distraction, not a good one I admit, but it's definitely better than leaving her to brood. Eventually I find one doing a recap of this morning's reports. And there it is. The poor guy is unidentifiable with how badly his body's been burnt. Murder via arson? That'd be the logical explanation if I was the officer looking into it. Except they couldn't find the source of the fire. The fire didn't even spread.
Found dead in the early hours of the morning today. The fire was contained within the room and no other tenants were harmed, according to Luxborn police.
They're going to consider spontaneous human combustion soon enough if they don't find anything else. But what's important for everyone to note is the state of the room.
A similar writing was found in another victim's room from last week's incident. Both were employees of Briar Realty Corporation. LBN has reached out to the...
Like what happened to Cooper. Hell, I wonder how many other deaths like this that I've missed while I've been looking into Wright. The LPD's already thinking it's a serial killer at this point. How long until they consult with the London Metropolitan, I'm not sure. The Anselm Butcher has always been an enigma even to the people within this city. Gone for a few years and in the next, one body after another is found. Merely handling the case has apparently driven the chief inspector insane years ago. He never did find out who committed those murders. Maybe now, this time.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
That doesn't make sense. How would that person have seen the letter?
My thought is there's multiple letters.
Oh, maybe.
So, and my thing is he might have been on the cleaning crew that was there.
That's what I was trying to figure out is like, was it someone that was on the cleaning crew? Was it someone who had worked in the house before? Mm-hmm. Her words all come out like whispers, but each syllable lingers in the air, heavy with her guilt. In the thick tension of the room, they strike harsher than any of the things we've said. However, she also has to know that she isn't the only one on this. No one has asked her to take this upon herself. Rebecca won't. Zach won't. I sure as hell
Ain't
won't.
too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here. 4 if you count Rebecca.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
No, she's staying away from this.
Why?
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have. Both of you as well.
She's already in on this.
I
Yeah.
already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Encouragements aside, this is still a whole fucking mess and we're in it blind. The only way to make it worse is if we start running around like a bunch of headless chickens. But I have a concrete plan now, I think.
Oh boy.
Maybe Isabella's right. Maybe we should dig deeper into BRC itself. Maybe we are looking at it the wrong way. However, my suspicions are mine for the moment. The details are something Zach doesn't need to know until I have something to show. It's enough that he's aware that I have an idea in mind. First part, Z-Man doesn't push it, and nothing but a heavy silence leads our departure hours later. Seriously, Zach would probably make a more responsible officer than me if he only had the heart to join the force. We could certainly use more kind people like him. Interesting. But as good as that thought is, I push all of it into the back of my mind as Isabella and I head for my car. Tonight I can't stay distracted. Huh?
Isn't the car named Shirley?
Yes. But I saw the choice thing show up in the top left corner, so I'm like, oh, what's happening?
It's probably just our relationship with Zach.
Oh, maybe. Oh, how is that? Oh, it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I'm surprised we even have like this much with Luke.
Right?
I'm surprised it's not like
It just starts at 0 or in the
Yeah.
negative. Except for a few half-hearted attempts to get some kind of reaction from Isabella, the drive to BRC is a quiet, awkward affair. More so the hour-long wait for nightfall. Are we like staking the place out?
ooh, stakeout. Did we get snacks?
Yeah, you can't have a stakeout without snacks. Pizza?
Pizza?
All right, question of the day. What's the best stakeout food?
I was thinking that, or I was thinking like one of those like snack mixes that you get from like the gas station.
Get like a trail mix?
Yeah. Because that way you can leave nuts, a trail of where you went. Hopefully there's no squirrels out.
You just start following it back, and all of a sudden there's like a squirrel in the
Following.
just following along. You turn around and you see, oh, where did you come from? Even with only the 2 of us, the place is rife with tense energy. Only a matter of minutes now.
I'm kind of more amused by my own story at this point.
With the squirrel?
Yes.
Eating the trail of nuts. But the ticking seconds don't take away the edge, and for the 5th time, I reach out and fiddle with the radio, adjusting and turning the knobs with no real purpose. It's a nervous quirk I've developed and never bothered to correct during stakeouts, something to keep my mind occupied during long nights. What else is there for me to do? The person I usually count on for a casual, out-of-the-blue chat refuses my attempts at starting one.
Ash, out with it!
The way she quickly falters into silence in spite of the tone she takes, though, it makes me doubt if she really means anything she's telling me right now. She hasn't even glanced my way since we arrived.
Having second thoughts? You can still back out if you want.
We're just going to my office. Why should I?
Dunno? You can get in trouble, maybe. This isn't exactly legal.
Go BRC out, see if the real estate company has any more information that may be of help. Find things about Cooper and the other agents assigned to the Ermengarde mansion. According to Isabella, it's the last property the victims have worked on. Okay, there it is. That's kind of what I've been waiting for.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Sure, I could also check the station for full reports. That's the easy, semi-legal way. But I don't want to bump into Chief right now. The guys at the precinct will definitely throw me out on his orders as soon as they see me. Not that my plan right now is any better, I'm just breaking into a different place, more or less, with a civilian to boot. The latter still doesn't sit well with me, it never will, especially if this might put her in a very tricky position afterwards. She's been very careful when it comes to her work, almost a model employee, as people would say. Why is she throwing caution to the wind now?
I'm not an employee here. I'm not supposed to be looking for any confidential stuff. Only people like you are privy to.
If you mentioned earlier that this is your plan, I might have had enough time to think about it. I already promised to help if you need access to those files. I didn't think you'd want to see them this soon and in this way. Besides, the same goes for you, right? You were taken off your case. Won't you get in trouble with your boss?
Are you gonna tell the chief inspector?
Yeah, honestly, it's a toss-up between breaking into her office or into the Wright's mansion. As it stands, I'll have an easier time getting in here first. After all, why would someone want to break into a realty company? Been here many times before anyway, for a few casual visits when I wanted to bug Scaredy Cat. Over the years, I have more or less grown familiar with their security setup and how badly staffed they are. Plus, it's an old building. If the bankruptcy rumors are true, it just means their access protocols might also be outdated.
Still, I can do this on my own, you know.
Really? And how are you even planning to get into our office without an access card? Please explain.
Well, I was going to pry open the card reader and use a gecko.
You're a hopeless case. I really want to know why no one has locked you up yet.
That's a good question.
I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, you're
I want to
helping
use
me
a
with
gecko.
this. Willingly. I don't think that'll sit well with the Philippine embassy either. Chances are you'll probably get deported the minute they find out.
Low blow, I know, but it's worth a shot when she can still turn back. It's not like I don't have any means to get into this place. With or without her, I have a way.
At least I have a reason to be snooping about. My badge and rank can speak for me in case things go south. You?
For a passing second, it seems to work.
She left work at the office?
Yeah. A hint of panic and hesitation flashes across her features when she looks to me with searching eyes. Then, unexpectedly, it dissolves. Not behind the fear I'm anticipating, but underneath something sharp and searing. I'm not sure what she sees exactly or what she's hoping to find in the short while she holds my gaze. All of it merely goes unspoken, and no longer than a minute later, she simply averts her attention back to the window, training it once again at some point outside.
Isabella, please, now's not the time.
It's too late for that, Ash. Give it a rest.
She's going, man. Just deal with
Jeez.
it.
An appeal spoken in a voice too harsh coming from her, perhaps unintentional, perhaps one that's already too exhausted of everything going on lately. It's hard not to concede when she takes that in that tone, and soon, despite myself, I sigh. Tucking away every concern, I've been lugging around in favor of trusting her on this, according to her, the same confidence she has implicitly given me all this time.
All right, okay, if that's what you want. And don't worry. I didn't mean what I said earlier. I won't let anything happen to you.
Her lips briefly turn up in a smile, though none of the cheer reaches her eyes.
Get this over with, okay? Everyone should be out of the office by now.
Somehow the uncertainty in her posture makes me wonder if she intended it as some sort of comforting gesture. Whether it's for me or for her, she doesn't let me find out. Without saying another word, she exits the car while I'm left scrambling and chasing after her. And we'll just have to find out what happens inside the building in the next episode.
We're gonna need a gecko.
We're gonna need a gecko.
We need to go to the pet store first and get a gecko. Ooh, can you have a little detective hat?
I think it's a different type of gecko he was talking about, but I like to imagine that it's a gecko with a detective hat and a monocle.
Yep. It's a lizard gecko. I don't know what he's talking about, so I don't care. That's what I'm going with.
And,
it's the only gecko I know.
Not a monocle. Get him a little magnifying glass. Come on. Yeah.
We'll name him Sherlock.
Yep, definitely. So join us in the next episode for Sherlock. Sure, we'll have time in between, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.